feel like yes. That is true.
That's an absolute yes. This is so real life. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that one didn't press. Let me see if it'll press play from here. Bitch. This is where you wish you had a laser pointer, right? No, I don't want to PK anybody. I'm recording content right now. Please leave a message after the beep. So we're gonna do May the Force Be With You. We're gonna do a Jedi card, which will be like your light being, and then we'll do your shadow self, which will be a Sith. And that's May the Fourth Be With You. If you'd like a personal, that's fine, but we're gonna do the elements, and then we're gonna continue on from April rains to the May's flowers, and it's just areas where you are blooming, and a time to set aside for giving you your flowers. So welcome. These are great cards. And this one is right now, the May the Force Be With You. And yeah. Oh, those are shuffled. Oh, God, that's a lot of cards. So we'll keep these for the end because they came out, so they'll be probably like an overall reading. But I have 2 tarot decks and I have 2 oracle decks. I have one Wisdom of the Oracle, Chakra Oracle, Game of Thrones Tarot, and Disney Villains Tarot. I also have my pendulum, so that's what's going to pick our cards today for each of the elements. I have a sacral chakra tuning fork. I got a bell. I have tiger's eye. I have rose quartz. I have an ancestor piece, green advertine, a chakra bracelet, white howlite. This one is, oh my god, hematite with chakra. Another white set with chakras. And I can't remember this one is. Jade, I had someone outside looking like she probably wants a reading. And then this beautiful blue that I don't remember what it is. All right, so. All right, so for the May the Force be with you, we have our Jedi and Sith energy. You don't want to be a stormtrooper, you at least want to be a Sith. All right, so we're gonna have so for pendulums, we're gonna take the forward and backwards as a yes and left to right as no. So I'm gonna ask, are we starting with, what sign are we in right now? So are we starting with earth signs? I'm gonna take this as a yes. Are we going to pull 2 cards? Ooh, it's changing. How many cards are we gonna pull? Are we gonna pull 3 cards? 4? This is gonna be so fun. Do you see this? Now we're back to yes. So we're gonna pull 4 cards, 1 for each card, and we are going to start with our earth signs. Again, this is a light and shadow being reading. This is also a Jedi and Sith. So thinking about where you allowed the Force to bring you. Oh no. This is why we have chargers. So yes, let's get into it. Let's get to shuffling. We have these cards that pulled out when I shuffled the deck overall. So those will be like an end of the reading. But we're starting with earth signs. So with earth signs, I'm gonna pull, the goal is to pull 1 card from each. But if Spirit, my guides, and any of y'all guides that are here that want to tune in, here is the Earth sign. Earth signs reading. Earth signs include Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I found these readings to apply if they at least fall in your big three. I would say tune in, especially because they're elemental, so they're not as specific as specific zodiac readings. The way my readings go, they would take me hours, and nobody's got time for that. Nor the energy for that. That's a lot of energy. So as I'm sitting here shuffling for the Earth sign readings, we are acknowledging the fact that I don't know if you're Star Wars peeps. I watched Star Wars one time in chronological order. So not the order that they came out in, but the order that they're on a timeline. And it made sense. If you don't desire, but at least would like to know what the freaks are talking about, that's what I would suggest. It makes it worth only needing to watch it one time because you're watching it in order. Shit like, we're kind of getting answers from the last time to this time. But that's why I'll always believe like the books are better than the movies. Because it really just allows your imagination to flow. And yes. So in this, we're going to say this card, Justice, is the first card from the Earth signs in our Jedi versus Sith. May the Force be with you. Oh my God. May the Force be with you. This is why it's important to shuffle your cards. So important to shuffle your cards. And with these, this is another tarot deck. This is the Game of Thrones tarot deck, and I love this deck. I enjoyed Game of Thrones also. I appreciate it because tarot to me is a little overwhelming, and it played a major part in my imposter syndrome. My imposter syndrome. We'll go with all these then. Sorry. Yeah, I'll get into it. Hold on one second. I have to check in.
Because this right here, this, 10 out of 10 out, no. Because this right here, this.
Sorry, I just decided that I'm going to take an above shot for the tips of talks. Okay. So, currently for the Earth signs, we have the Justice card from the Disney villains. We have from the Game of Thrones tarot deck, we have the Hanged Man, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Queen of Swords. Now we're going to get into the oracles. I'm feeling this reading to not have like, these cards are for your Jedi side. These cards are for your Sith side. I feel like this reading is going to blend in because in reality, we all have this duality. We all have this opportunity where it's like, are we going to listen to this side or listen to this side? We got two shoulders. And that's why it's important to have some grounding practices, no pun intended, Earth signs, but really find something safe to do and Being hard-headed ain't it. Truth be told. Being hard-headed ain't it, Earth signs, okay? Next. And in our chakras, I'm excited to use this I actually created this reading on my way downstairs. It's like, I don't want to pull mad cards, but here I am pulling mad cards for this reading, and I would honestly really like to acknowledge the fact that all chakras in regards to your shadow healing, your light being, your imposter syndrome requires all chakras. And we have the solar plexus chakra card with miracle. So for earth signs currently, we have the justice card. We have Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Hanged Man, Truth Be Told, and Miracle. And we're sitting here talking about your Jedi and Sith energy, where you are embodying your duality and how that is creating. It's a time to tap in, to be alive. What a time to be alive. The Justice card. The Justice card is in regards to fairness, equality, and balance. So in reality, I find it funny how we are doing, thanks to the pendulum. Now, this wasn't me. This was the pendulum saying start with the earth signs to let you know that it's okay to have both of these energies, your light and your shadow energies, embodied in all that you do, but be mindful, be demure in how you exude it, like letting other people experience it. It's important to deal with that first. So not to allow your rage and what you're capable of and that like brute strength to be, and then needs to be brought to justice for that, because everyone's gonna cry about having to deal with, oh, and she went off and she lost it. Like, it be like that sometimes, because we know it's well deserved, but do we want to listen to them after, because they're still missing the fact that, truth be told, you and them probably already hung yourself in the situation before actions even came all the way through. And you have to really think about that. Have more than just a plan A. Allow that to get further than that. We have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about surrender, new perspective, and enlightenment. We don't need to be put in this predicament, though, to understand and to value the justice and the balance that we know what's in. Taurus is opposite Libra, so tap into that like sister sign energy of balance, and where we want this to be like the end of the spectrum. You want the Hanged Man energy of finally learning from your errors so late in the game. Then we have some swords. We have the Queen of Swords, which is about communicative but cold, so very direct communication in this time. So thinking about that from both your light and your shadow, the direct communication is necessary, but understand the other components of communication. So where the temperature that you're bringing in, the energy behind the tone, all of those things, play and practice with that and see how that approaches and supports in your bloom. Then we have the Ten of Swords, and Ten of Swords is self-sabotage. In this card, it clearly says traitor, And in my opinion, because this is a personal, like self-reflective reading for the elements, this is the earth element. Truth be told, it is a miracle in what it is that you can do, but don't sabotage yourself. And where the traitor energy is coming from is you to you. That is the imposter syndrome. That's funny because I haven't been talking about that in a while, but before I got into it and started hitting record, that was something that I needed to say. So that is for you, earth signs. Don't allow imposter syndrome to stop you from being in the light that you are prepared to be, because this season no one's got time to hear you could have did it better because you didn't do it. So let's get to it. Or no one wants to hear it because you didn't do it. Ashe, that's quicker than 10 minutes on TikTok. It's gonna get. All right. So again, that is the end of earth signs. We'll just go in order now that we started it off. So earth, we'll do water next. So water signs are